Hi, my name is Jamie. I am an art director with Jerry's Artorama, and I've been working professionally in the arts for over 15 years now. Today I'm going to be working in the Reflections Watercolor Journal with the Daniel Smith Extra Fine Watercolor Ultimate Mixing Set. Today I'm going to be doing an illustration of a girl, and I've started off with a very light sketch, and I'm going in just using as my base just this really nice neutral tone that this palette provides. The Mimic Kolinsky travel brush set. These are great. The bristles really move the paint beautifully, really work with you as opposed to against you, and you don't have to worry about getting those extra little hairs that can really mess up some of your finer details when you really get to finalizing your paintings. So right now I'm going to start mixing in some color, and I want to make her image a little bit more vibrant. I'm not going for realism. And so with that neutral tone, I've mixed in some of the reds. I'm going in and blending. And where I want the darkest areas to be, that's where I lay the brush first and then work out from there. Mixing a little bit more, grabbing some of the blue. I'm going to go ahead and block out an area where her lips will be. I want to give her a bit of a darker lip. And I'm leaving some white because I like having the paper work with me. With watercolor, it's really nice to have the paper show through, and I want to be able to leave just a little bit of a hint of a shine on her lower lip. And now that I've pretty much blocked out where I've decided the shadows are going to be, I'm going in with the more personalized purple I've created, which is just me adding on from the colors I started with, and it's just creating additions as I'm going on and working on just the top of the palette. This great little travel set just has so much room to work with. I don't need another palette or something else to mix my paints on. Everything I have is right here. Now I'm going to come in and just darken up her eyes just a little bit along the waterline, along the lid. And if you were to, go out and say, do a study of, like say you go to a coffee shop and you want to do a study of the people that you see there, this is a great set to take with you. The Mimic Kolinsky Mini Deluxe Travel Brush Set comes with 4 different brushes. And so you have pretty much every size that you would need in order to create these small studies, and with the reflections journal and this small watercolors ultimate mixing kit from Daniel Smith, you don't have to worry about getting in other people's way as well as in your own way, and possibly bumping something, knocking water over. And I've decided I wanted to make her eyes green just to kind of contrast with these purples that I have throughout her skin. And going in and darkening the pupils. Again, I've left a little bit of white of the paper just to help accentuate that shimmer in her eye. And going in and adding details around the tear duct areas. Sometimes when I'm working, I will make a point to oversaturate my brush. And this is so once I get the pigment on paper, I can actually use my fingers as well to help get paint where I would like. I really like the hands-on approach and the ability to work with your hands, not just through this brush, but also using yourself as an art tool. And as you can see, these Kolinsky brushes are just great at laying out color, and the pigmentation is so fantastic that I don't have to do many layers at all. I'm laying in this base color of this personalized blue I've mixed on the side of the palette and starting to work with where I would like the darkest points, where the shadows are gonna be. And I'm not concerned with showing every single strand of hair. I want the watercolor to basically work its magic and flow with this cold press paper. The texture of cold press just lends itself to these really beautiful effects that you can get with your watercolors. And this is also 140-pound paper, so it's heavier, which really right now is allowing me to use a good amount of water in my brush without having to worry about the paper buckling. And now I'm going to add some depth to her hair, adding in some of my personalized greens I've created. And now I'm going to go in and work on contrast and help her face pop just a little bit more. And you can see as I'm working, I will occasionally pick up another color directly from the palette, but really I'm taking that color, dipping it in the water, and then adding it to some of my personalized colors that I've already mixed on the opposite side. And this is something I like to do so that I don't have any part of the painting that really just doesn't seem to fit at all. All the colors, they have just a little bit of another color that is in the painting, which makes it more cohesive. I'm bringing in a little bit more of the greens because I don't want one side of her face to be more green than the other. I don't want one color to dominate in her hair. And now I'm going to go ahead and start doing final touches, bringing in a darker purple that I've blended together in her lips and along the areas where the shadows would fall. I'm just lightly, just barely touching the paper to give her a few sets of freckles. And I'd like her eyes to pop a little bit more, so I'm adding some of that deeper green mixed with some brown in there. And with that, I believe I'm ready to call this illustration complete. This ultimate mixing set from Daniel Smith. The colors are incredibly pigmented and allow for a wide number of color mixtures that you can make on the side of the palette, and just beautiful layering on top of your paintings. So this has been another After the Swatch. Thank you for watching.